Okay, this is our second game of the afternoon. In the blue and yellow, it's CIRU Eels, runner-up in the competition last year. And Arangi, who was third in the competition last year. CIRU won on the default last week, so they haven't had a game. And Arangi got beaten by the Panthers, so they're 1 game for 0. But this will be a very tightly contested game because CIRU is one of they're bad buggers on the island. They don't want to win the game. They want to beat you up, and then they want to win the game. And Arangi, they play the same sort of game. It'll be up the middle, good, strong football. Got a good referee out there, Holly. He's a union referee, so the game should flow. But you can't expect CIRU to play at their best because they haven't had a hit out. At least Arangi had a game last week. And they were in the game at half time, but the Panthers just slaughtered them in the second half, just like they did to TKV. But I'm sure we're going to be playing in the dark this afternoon. Time's getting away. We're probably 45 minutes late. So we've got Arangi kicking off. They're going left to right. And the Eels are down the back. On the right-hand side of the camera. So here we go. Nice high kick. They've come up with the ball maybe, and it's an Arangi ball because they didn't take the catch. And they've kicked for the corner. And it's a good kick. Good positive start from Arangi. 10 metres out. 10 metres out. Oh, thanks, mate. Arangi give me a team, but I favour Arangi just because they had the run last week. So we've got a line out. It's a Panther. Oh, they're all up early. Long ball. Panther. Eels ball. I'm still in the last game. He's bringing it back. 2 knock-ons. So we're going to come back. It's an Eels ball. 10 metres out. The referee, he's from New Zealand. He specialises in rugby union, which is good. Eddie's the linesman, he's onto it. Just short of a halfway line. They're off. The referee says, come back here. Come back here, the referee says, on the halfway line. Way down the back, good ball, out wide. The Eels are on the fly. Arangi ball. Hanging on to it, didn't let it go when he was tackled, so it's a penalty to Arangi right on the halfway line. It's going to put the Arangi Bears on the attack, probably 25 metres out, maybe 30 metres out. So we're going to have a line out. It's going to be an Arangi throw into the line out. Very crucial, this line out. Arangi's got to come up with the ball. They've got a good attacking side, but they play down the forwards all the time. They've had to hit it back, come up all right. And here comes the Bears down the middle. That's a solid game, but the Eels are a very solid team in the middle too. Oh, look at this. They're on for young and old. You can hear the chatter out there. Out they go again. There's a field goal attempt. Never looked like going over, but it must have been a penalty advantage. That's Vega went for the field goal, but they're offside, so he can have another kick. Offside, the referee's called. I don't mind this referee. He's young, he's fit, and he's a union specialist. This should be easy pickings for this man. He's a great kicker of the ball, this fella. Rupina, Viga, Samoan, been here for a long time. He works at Bent Tyres at Tupapa. It's hard to get him to talk. You can tread on his toes and he won't even say ouch. But he's a lovely young man. And this should be money for jam for him. It's only been going a couple of minutes. First attempt. Taking his time. Moves in. Up it goes. And it never looked like missing. Down the centre of the track. So it's 3-0. Aorangi's in front. But Arbitu won't worry about that. They just graft away and they want it to be a close game. You score, they score. And CIRU's in front at the end of the day. They've got some big players, Arbitu. Clive Nicholas is the captain. This is Tavita here, number 21. He's there, one of their big Fijian stars for the Eels. Up they go. They're chasing the ball. Aorangi's picked it up, but the Eels are over the top. They've secured it. Aorangi, quick ball out. Great defence from the Eels. And you'll see that all day. The Eels are very strong in their defence. And they're a hard man to get past. And as you could probably remember, we had all those PNG guys playing for Arbitu last year in the league, but they've all gone back to play for the Lady Tigers. So they've had to pick up some juniors and get them into this game. And they'll be sorely missed. And they're probably watching on the live stream. And if you are, Mafu and the other boys, I hope everything's going all right for you. I know you've got a lot of problems in PNG with the COVID-19. Oh, there's an attempted trip that missed, but that shouldn't be looked at as a miss. It should be looked as an attempted. The Eels, they're into it. And here we go back. And I think he should give the bloke a warning. And it cuts out all the foul play. That was foul play. So here we go. Arbitu haven't had the ball yet. 30 metres out, Aorangi ball, line out. They're pretty reliable on the line out. They're a real, both these teams are very strong forward players. And they pride themselves on their defence. So it'll be the battle of the forwards. Holly says, get a bit of space between you two teams and let's play it down the middle. We're waiting for the ball to go up. They've made the call. Up they go, down the back. Short, throw in. And they're scrapping for the ball. Aorangi's ball. They're running the ball down the middle. They're 20 metres out. It's come off his shoulder, but it's play on. Great tackle from behind. Inside ball. Oh, brave man to run into the forward pack because they're just waiting for you in there. The Eels. Bad pass from the dummy half. There's a penalty, knock on. So we've got a scrum going down 30 metres out. It's an Eels ball. It's the first time they're going to get the ball. Got some very quick players out wide they have. Just looking at the team sheet. Scrums in, big pushes on. The Eels have come up with a ball. Out they come. Little kick over the top. Didn't the Eels man was taken out without the ball, but there's a penalty back at the plate where the scrum was. So he could have given a penalty either spot. But I think Ararangi was burnt last week, and I think they're trying to make up for it. Because they were pretty ordinary against the Panthers. It's going to be a long afternoon for everybody here today. Sun's going down. Still very hot, humid. On the halfway line, there's an Eels throw into the line out. Up they go. Brought down, lovely. Out wide, he goes lays through. Lay's my favourite man, but he's looking for somebody. He just keeps going. He's good footballer, this man. And they're in. If you had to pick somebody you don't want to tackle on this island, it's that boy with the curly top hair. Lay, and I don't want to pronounce his surname because I haven't got a sheet, but he's a Fijian and he's a tough dude. And that's what you'd expect from Lay. He never gives up. You never got him stopped. You got to put him on the ground. And that's a big run from him. And he went sideways, and that's when he's devastating. So it's 5-3. Eels in front. Long afternoon in the office for Dave and myself. But we love our football, so not much we can do about it. They're waiting for a kicking tee. Crazy. No kicking tee. Make him take the kick off the ground. Mate, you know he scored. Get the kicking tee out to him straight away. Five, 3. The referee's having a chip at the bloke who brought the tee out and said to him, "Hey, get it out here quicker." Gee, it's warm and humid. Up it goes. Short. To the left. And it's the middle of winter here, and you will never hear anybody say this, but I think I might go for a swim this afternoon after this. It's that humid. And then if you're in New Zealand, you think that man's crazy. It's snowing. It's raining. There's snow on the ground. They're talking about going for a swim at 7 o'clock at night. So it's 5-3, and Tereki Matenga missed that kick. It never looked like going over, actually. And I'm assuming it's him because Arbitrary is one of these clubs who will not give you a team sheet, no matter what. They don't think they have to. And it's gone backwards. And the Bears are on the fly. Out wide, let the ball bounce. Out wide, this boy's a good runner, this winger, number 11, but they got hold of him. Bundled him over, back out wide to Neville nobody, but there's a run down the middle. The Eels cover these things up pretty good. 10 metres out, right in the front of a goal post. Knock on. Knock on. That was a good opportunity for Arangi, but they couldn't capitalise on it. But Arangi's got a penalty. Oh, it's a bad pass. But they're going to go close here, just short of a try line. They're going to try and go. Here's trouble. Offside, intercept. That man was 150 yards offside, and he got tackled anyway. So they're offside, so it's 5 metres out. Arangi ball. They'll probably try and crash over here. Got some very big forwards and good footballers. He's a smart man, this fellow. He says, I'll kick for goal. It's 5-3. He won't miss this one. Puts him in front. And it doesn't matter if you're in front by 1 or 100, you're in front. So it's 6-3, 5-3. Arvachu's leading. And this is a gimme, I would imagine. It's over. So it's 6-5. Arangi's in front. And it doesn't matter if you're in front by, as I said before, 1 point or 50. You're in front, and that's all you got to do. A lot of our good players are overseas or stuck in New Zealand, and we've got a lot of good players not playing the game. For instance, the Arangi Bears, their leader and best player is Robert Heber Jr. He's not out there. And you can't afford not to have blokes like him not in your team. They're all offside, ref. Arangi ball. They're going to put the kick in. Whoa, 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 nearly dropped it. Here goes Lai again. The hair's flowing, but they got hold of him this time. Here's trouble. Here's trouble. The Eels are up the middle. They're 25 metres out. They're working well as a team. The Eels ball inside. And this is Eels at their best. They just chip away at you. Another run from the pickup. 10 metres out. About the little kick over the back. It's gone out. 5 metres out. So it's going to be an Arangi scrum. Or maybe a line out. I don't know the rules too well. But boy, the sun's disappearing, and this game in the second half is going to be very dark. The camera on the camera's got a light meter, so it'll show it all right, but I won't be able to see it. Arangi ball, they got it back. They're going to run the ball into the middle. Oh, great tackle. Great tackle for Arvachu. They're renowned for their tackling, and they tackle hard. They're going to run it out wide. Good kick. That's Johnny Penu. He's chasing the ball. He's put everybody on side, and he's got hold of the bloke. He's called for a fair catch. John's a good footballer. They're running the ball. This is Stephen Willis. A lot of yelling and screaming going out there. Penalty to the Cowboys. Holly's talking to the captain. I don't think he likes what's being said. Ball's out. A lot of yelling. I think it's Big George. Great take. Josh Caffrey's in there. I think this game's going to get ugly in the second half. I can feel it. A lot of chatter amongst the players. Ball out wide. Oh, he was missed. They're off on the halfway mark. Arangi ball. Little kick over the top, trying to catch the Eels out. It's been well caught. Great tackle, short of the halfway mark. Eels ball, good hard running. Drawn back, way out wide to the outside centre. Still on the halfway mark. They're scrapping for the ball. This is how these two teams play. It won't be fancy, it'll be ugly, but it's an effective way of playing the game. Halfway mark, a penalty to the Ararangi going back. The referee's calling somebody out. Or talking to the captain. He doesn't put up with any rubbish. Holly, give him a mouthful of cheek and he'll sit you down on the naughty seat for 10 minutes. So they're kicking for the line. They're just short of the halfway line. Probably made 20 metres. So they've got to restart the Ararangi. Line out. Boy, it's humid. Up they go. Ararangi ball. The Eels are yelling out. They've only got one jumper, so I think they've worked it out. But he's come up with the ball. Good run, but good tackle. Right around the ankles. The Eels love this sort of game. They love you to play it in the middle because that's where their best players are. There's 40 metres out, retaining the ball. They're going out wide. They got a real match winner out here in number 11, the Ararangi. He's a Fijian boy and very strong and very tough. Little kick for him, but it's going to be covered up. Good football from the Eels. Big long pass out. Lucky to get away with that one. Put the kick in. And it's out right on the halfway mark. Number 11's Tapuna. Very tough Fijian. Lives over in this area. Everybody complains about the Fijians that Tupapa got, but they forget that every club's got Fijians in their team. It's the Panthers have just got the good ones. Arangi ball. Lucky to get away with it. The Eels are all over him on the halfway mark. It's a ruck. They've come up with the ball. Ararangi putting the kick up high. It's going to be hard to catch this one. It's swirling around. They've come up with the ball. This is Tavita. They got hold of him. They banged him on the ground. And they're over the top. Eels have retained the ball. They're on the halfway line. As I said, this is going to be a real scrap, this one. Little kick over the top. The Arangi's got it covered up. He's put a kick in. He's chasing it. The Eels have got the ball. He's returned it because there's no fullback down there. It's bouncing around. He's going to have to run it out because it's not going to go dead. He's placed it down. So it'll be a goal line dropout. Good kick in eventually. We've had a good afternoon of football. We've seen some good junior football. We've really got some good young footballers on this island, but they're under 19s and under 16s, but then we lose them. They go overseas or they get a job or they get a girlfriend or they just don't want to play football and we lose them. But the under 19s game was a terrific game. Won by Arbitu actually. Here they come, Arbitu's on the top. Good front on defence from the Bears. Still on the halfway mark. It hasn't gone too far in this game. Out they get the ball out wide. This is to Lay. Lay's off. He's going to ball inside. 10 metres out. Play on's the call. The referee, they got it out wide. Oh, lucky to pick it up. 10 metres out. The Eels are battling away. And this is Eels at the best. They've got an overlap here if they can use it. They just need somebody to go forward. And that's the crowd from Ararangi on that side. And they're cheering. They try to Arbitu in the corner. And I'm sorry, I'm sweating, really sweating. So that will make it 10-3. And I think Ararangi should have taken that easy kick at goal for 3 points because they're going to be hard to come by. But I'm tipping this will be the other team in the grand final when we get to the end of the competition. It'll be the blue and yellows against the black and whites. And it's been like that for a couple of years. So it's a hard kick from the sideline. And you can see, you won't see it on the camera, but it's getting dark over on that side now. Moves back. I'm pretty sure it's Tereki Matenga. He's a good kicker on his day. It's up nice and high, but never looked like getting it. 10-6. Arbitu's leading. Halfway through the first half. Arangi kicking off. Viga's got the ball. Nice and high, spinning around. They've nearly come up with the ball, Arangi. It's an Eels ball. Great run. Out wide. There's a dead man on the field. Hasn't moved. The ref's playing on. They're going out wide. Bounce pass. Oh, put it down. They're going to attend to the injured player. But that pass, if it had been a little bit higher, it would have been caught. And then you got big Tavita. Tavita on the wing, he would have went away with that. So we've got a break in play. Got an injured player. It's 10-6. And it's hot. It's a penalty to the Eels. 45 metres out from the Arangi try line. Kicks down to the 20-metre mark. And see what's going to happen. Gosh, it's humid. Clouds are dropping, the sun's dropping, but the humidity's not. So we've got a line out. That's a Eels ball. They've retained it out wide. They're going to try and Lay's got the ball. He's going to run it out. He's the man coming through. He shouldn't have. He's gone back inside. He's where he should have went in the first place. Lay's off. Oh, they got a hold of him this time, and he ain't getting away. Quick ball. Oh, good defence. And he's lost the ball. That's good defence from Arangi, and that's what you expect from him. Penalty to Arangi on their try line. So we're 20 metres out. A lot of talking going on out there. Sun's a nuisance at the moment. It's right in our eyes. I don't know how it's going through the camera. A lot of chatter out there. They're like monkeys. Up they go. Arangi's pinched it. Got it out wide. Out wide. They put a kick over the top. And the wingers come up with it. And they've got away. They're on the halfway mark. Been brought down 40 metres out from the Eels try line. The penalty advantage. He's going to be trouble. Double blow on the whistle. Penalty to Arangi, 45 metres out from the Eels try line. Scores 10-6. Good solid game, this one. So it's out. 25 metres out from the Eels try line. The line out's been working well for both teams, so I would imagine they'll retain this ball in the line out and then they'll go straight on the attack. Up they go, they've got it. They've taken it into the ruck. It's been brought down. Out they come. Got a run around the back. They go out wide to the winger this time. He's a good runner. Ball inside. There's nobody with him. They're still going. Oh, great defence. 10 metres out. The Eels have covered it up. Penalty advantage to the Eels. Offside. Didn't come through the gate. Come around the side. Been a good defensive game, this one, and that's what they're good at. Limited in the attack department, but the defence is solid. Didn't go out. Good kick in the long run. It's gone 75 metres. This is the Fijian. He said, I can't run that far. I'll give it to somebody else. They're going to put it out wide, and if they go over the halfway mark, being brought down, they're still retaining the ball. The Bears haven't made much ground, but they've still retained the ball. Long pass out wide, that's forward. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't call it, but he tried to catch it. It went forward off him. Oh! This is on for young and old here. You can hear the hits. And he says, get out of my way. Great. This is really getting into a game, this one. Oh, look, here's a man in with the shoulder. It's getting out of hand, this one. There's 3 high shots then. And you heard them all. The penalty to the Eels. They're getting a bit carried away, the boys. They're talking about body language. What about body bruising? This is a no holds barred, this one. Long throw, they've got it. He's knocked it on. We've got a lot of Arangi fans out here on this side. That's knocked forward. One thing about this referee, he plays the advantage rule. Up and down, up and down. 40 metres out. And it's an Eels ball. Here's trouble. Oh, he was off. I think the referee's got to get control of this game, or this is going to get very ugly, this one. I can see it coming. They're very competitive, these 2 games, and there's no love lost. Penalty to Arangi, 40 metres out. Right, 30 metres out, line out, Arangi throw. As I've always said, our game's not very fast, but gosh, it's a tough game, and you've seen some real big hits there right underneath the camera. And they just get up and keep playing. But the good part of our game here is after the game, they'll all be friends, they'll all have a beer together, and they'll all be laughing. That's a good run, 25 metres out, they're over the ball. Arangi's going all right. Good pass out wide, here's a big run. He's throwing it to, oh, Tavita's put it up. Arangi's got the ball. $40 metres out from the Arangi try line. Here comes Arangi again. They're off. He needs some help. Straight into them. They don't muck around. They don't try and run around you. They try and run over the top of you, both these teams. They're 25 metres out. Held up. They're going to kick for goal. Stephen Willis is the cool head out there, and he knows the 3 points are valuable. I think it's 10-6 the score. And they should have taken that kick earlier, because you just can't knock back chances for getting points. Money for jam for Vega this kick. The referee's having a bit of a chit-chat with the Eels players, and I don't think they're real happy about the refereeing. (10-6), this should be 10-9. That's a good gauge on how this game's going. There's not much between them. you want to put your house on a kicker, this is a boy to do it. Go down to the TAB and have a bet on this fella. He'll kick it. Up it goes. Yep, never looked like missing. It's in the taro patch, so the poor young fella's got to go down there, and he might even pull out a couple of taros while he's there and take it home to mama. That's 10-9. And the game is in the balance. And there's not much between these two teams. And it's been a hard-fought battle so far. Up we go. Nice high kick into the middle of the field. Been well caught. He's kicked it out. Couldn't even see where the ball went. So it's 40 metres out. There's Josh with his hair all over the place. Josh Caffery's a good little footballer. He's been a star from when he was 15 years old. And he's still playing good football. And there's the half-time whistle. And I think everybody will be relieved to have the whistle. Clean jump for the Eels. And they put it up in the air looking for the lottery ball. Arangi's got it. And that's it. And we'll be back for the second half very shortly. In a long afternoon. And everybody is in sunbaking mode. This has been a tough game, this one. You've seen some really big hits just in front of the camera here and on this side, and you could hear the bangs. And they're all termed legal, so been on for young and old. So we've got the Eels kicking off. Here we go, second half, championship half. Eels kicking off, nice and high, spinning around. Been well caught, well tackled, lost the ball, knock on. Scrum going down, 25 metres out. It's going to be Eels scrum and feed. Big chance for the Eels to strike while the iron's hot, straight after the half-time break. Well, they're not going to use the blind side because there's nobody on the blind side unless Lock Josh runs that way, but he's going to be by himself if he does. In the ball goes, big push. Good scrum. Oh, great football. The Eels have made big runs there, and Arangi hung on to him. And there's trouble, he can't run that fast. Oh, sorry, that far. The winger's after it. He's going to go out. The linesman's got his flag up. And that's where those Fijians are fast. They would have got that ball. But these two teams are different sort of teams. They're very strong and very tough. And they must wake up tomorrow morning very sore. So I've got a scrum going down, or maybe it's a line out. Line out. Oh, bad throw, but they've come up with the ball. Arangi's been short, but they come back. Referee's not happy. It's been a knock on in the line out. Big push in the scrum. Oh. Out it comes. Arangi ball. Good defence in the middle. Here they go, field goal attempt, but he knew he had the advantage. That's his second attempt, and neither of them have got off the ground. But he had a penalty advantage. He knew he was going to get the penalty anyway, so he took a shot. 10-9's the score. 2 tries against 3 penalties. All right, got a drop kick from the 25-metre spot. Over the halfway mark. Barangi's let it bounce around. They're on the sideline where the Eels want to play the game. Just over the halfway mark. Out they come. Long pass. Beautiful inside ball. Good ball back out wide. Back on the inside. I just didn't find the player. Now it's the Eels ball. There's a knock on. The scrum going down 10 metres out. It's an Arangi ball. They've got to score while they're down in this area because scoring's been very difficult. By the blowing of the whistle. Let's get on the game. Arangi ball. Sets the call, put the ball in. They're trying to screw it around. Arangi. Eels are solid. There they go. The dummy half's off. Good tackle from Josh. Put him down right on the try line. He's lost the ball. It's a good opportunity lost there. And the scrum is right in front of the, or just on the side of the goal post, a couple of metres out. The sun's going down very quickly. Too much whistle for me. Something's going wrong, penalising. Let's get on with the game. Binds the call, set. Ball's in. They're scrapping for it. They're right on the try line. Ball's not coming. And they've got out 15 metres out, the Eels. And Arangi's in. That's 14-10, a little bit of smart thinking, and the Arangi had to come up with some points there. They've been camped down there, a little bit of smart thinking. The Eels went to sleep. It's cost them 4 or 5 points. So it was 10-9, now it's 10-14. Kick to come. No tee. This is crazy, mate. They should make them take the kick without the tee. Make him take the kick without the tee. You could go and make a cup of tea, cook a hamburger, sit down, watch the show on TV, and this game will still be going in the same spot. There's no continuity in the game when this is happening. Gosh, it's badly organised. And the clubs should have somebody who's designated to take the tee out and make it work. And all the Eels are doing is standing down there talking about it, and that's when the Eels get dangerous. So since the try, we'll probably have 3 or 4 or 5 minutes gone by. By the time we get down to kick-off, it will definitely be 5 minutes wasted. Moves in, up it goes. Great kick. 16-10's the score, and that was a good conversion. Now it makes the Arbitu, they've got to be next to score to stay in the game. 16-10. Oh, 4,500 miles offside. Here goes Lay. He's off. Get out of the way, he says. Get out of the way, and he's off. And they've got hold of him. What a great run. What a great footballer. But that's silly football. They were 10 metres off in front of the kicker before he even kicked the ball. Knock on by the blue. So Arangi's got out of jail. They told me Holly is a good referee, but I think he's lacking a little bit today. The players knew they were that far offside, they stopped running. 16-10, the game's on the line. Ball's in, Arangi's fed. The scrum's been strong, gone out wide. They've chased him back into the forwards, it's where they want him to be. Arbitu will scrap for the ball in the forwards. Penalty to Arangi. Got him offside in the ruck. I just hope we can produce better games next week and we'll be at a ground somewhere next week. And we're having these double headers. There's a line kick, 40 metres out, Arangi ball. And hopefully our live stream, Dave will work on it and make sure it's working. It was working here early, but not now. Up they go. Arangi ball going backwards. They're over the ball, Arangi. Been a real scrap this game. They're still running it up the forwards. That's all they know. Running the forwards. Eels are the same. Out wide is a kick coming up. Way down the back. Oh, it's gone out. The Eels player let it go out. Comes back. He's got most of the decisions right, Holly. Just some of the implementations of what he's done is I've got some queries on it. Some of those tackles early in the second half are very high. But the players love it, and that's all that counts. They're going to line out 25 metres out. It's an Eels throw. Oh, they're up early. The Eels have got the ball. They've got to do something here. Oh, bad pass. They're like bees on honey when Lay's got the ball. 25 metres out. Not coming the ball. Oh, bad pass. Knock on from the Eels. We've got another scrum going down. He's not having one of the finest games I've heard about a referee with a bit of ability. But he's obviously new too and he needs the practice. So we've got a scrum going down 30 metres out from the Arangi try line. Arangi scrum and feed right in the middle of the field. They're probably going to put the kick in, the box kick. No, out to, Vega's put the kick up. Been well picked up. The Eels are going to kick over the top. He's appealed for a penalty, but they didn't give it to him. There's the Eels. Arangi, great run. 30 metres out. Oh, terrible pass. Terrible pass. Run around the back to where he started from. They're still scrapping. Off they go. Eels ball, but there's nobody with him. Very slow to get there, the cavalry. Back and forth. It's a real struggle, this game. Good solid hit. Play on. He got away with a kick. Here's trouble. Here comes the big forward. Good attempt to tackle him. The Eels are on it. They're all offside out wide, ref. Oh, terrible pass. Play on. He's ruled it gone back. It's up in the air again. Hang on. We've got problems here. Oh, he's giving them a penalty to Arangi. Rough and ready, this one. You like tough football, this is tough football. holding on to the ball. The Eels are off. They're just not fast enough to do what the Panthers do. They would have been under the post. There's a bad pass from dummy half. That's Junior. He's got the man out wide. Arangi's got it covered up. Junior's dancing around. He's passed to Neville, nobody. And here's trouble. Oh, it's on for young and old. Geez, a tough old game, this one. Arangi ball. Cool. Great catch. Didn't know he had it, but he caught it. Oh. Play on. Bring her back. Players down everywhere. The walking wounded. I think he just changed his mind, but I don't want to say anything. There's some dead soldiers everywhere. Been a tough old game, this one. That's 16-10. Dave? Yeah, 16-10 is the score. It's not much about scoring this game, it's about who's killing who. Been a hard old day at the office, this one. But they'll scrap to the final whistle, these two teams. That's what they're good at. The referee says, let's play. You shouldn't stop the game for cramps. That's not in the spirit of the game. Oh, I can't believe it. The kicking tee's out there. Should be an easy kick for the boy of his talent. This boy, he's got a lot of talent, this boy. 16-10, kick to come. Moves in, does his little dance, up in the air, and it's just to the left. And Arangi's put the long raking kick in, and it's out, 30 metres out from their try line. Eddie's waving his flag around. I thought he was bringing a plane into land. Long day at the office, Paul. Long day at the office, son.
Doesn't help much, the radio never works. Back to the old...
We have our problems over here. When it works, it's good. When it doesn't work, nothing goes right. The Eels have won the ball, but the Arungis pinched it. They got to get the ball out wide. Oh. Running back into the forwards. There's a long kick. They're all chasing it. Oh, he's put it down, but he's covered it up. The referee's put his wrong arm up. Everybody's laughing and the linesman's had to fix him up, but he's obviously, it's his first game and I feel sorry for him. He's a nice bloke, but he's got it right. The linesman Paul's told him. It was the Arbitu knocked the ball on when he tried to catch it, so it's an Arirungi ball, 20 metres out. And no doubt he'll be better for the hit out. Resetting the scrum. A lot of cheering going on somewhere, and I don't know what it's about. 16-10's the score. Arirungi's on the attack, 25 metres out. Big push from Arirungi. Out wide. They run the ball with a little kick over the top. Been picked up by the Eels. The Eels are throwing the ball around, not going far. Oh, ho, ho. Come here, Arirungi said. They're into it. That's young Josh Caffrey. He's had a great game, that young bloke. Out wide. Not enough speed out there. Plenty of cowboy bears out wide. .40 metres out from Arirungi try line. Eels ball. Going back to the blind side. Threw a big dummy, got killed. Still going. Referees called them back. The sun's just about set, so darkness follows the sunset. Down the side, Eels are on the attack. 15 metres out. They've got to come up with some points down here. Otherwise, I don't think they can get into the game. They haven't had many opportunities. Got a line out. Eels throw. And knowing them, they'll try and run the forwards straight into the pack of forwards from the Cowboys. That's how they normally play it. They've got to secure the ball first. Up they go. They got the ball. They've hit it back. Oh, they're going to run the fellas. There's out wide. There's a chance. Great tackle. Great tackle. The ref's nowhere, not even near the game. He wouldn't. He's too far away from the game. He can't make decisions. Here's John Penner. John. Oh, gosh. The referee's so far out of form and out of placement. The game's gone on. He's had to go to the linesman. Give the linesman the whistle and you go on the flag, Holly. So we've got a penalty going to Arbitu. And I just hope this is not going to be one of these games. It's going to be one on a referee's decision. Because the players get filthy and the crowd gets filthy. So we've got a line out, a couple of metres out from the try line. And the ball's in the taro patch. They're not going to go there. Gosh, they don't want to get dirty. So here we go. The Eels have got to come away with some points here. Everybody's complaining. The referee's got 101 people out there telling him what to do. Good jump from the Eels. They're there. They're going to try and drive this ball over. Just short of a line. And there's a try. They've driven over from push over from a couple of metres out, so that makes it 16, 15, kick to come. It's been a mucky old game. and I don't think the referees had the best of games. I think he needs a couple of games in reserve to get his confidence back because he's out of position. And they told me he was a great referee from New Zealand, but we haven't seen it here today. But everybody has a bad day. Even I have bad days, but you try and fix it up. And here's Clive Nicholas going to take this important kick. At least the kicking tee's out there straight away as soon as a try scored, which we don't have to make a cup of tea and wait for the kicking tee to get there. But Clive's a great footballer. He's a terrible goal kicker, and he can kick him or he can miss him. There's no two ways about him. But he knows it's important. It's 16-15. He needs this to get in front. Moves in. Never looked like going over. Should have left Tereki on, your brother-in-law. So still 16-15. But the game's still there in the balance. Been a good, honest game, this one. Nothing special, but a good, solid game, this one. Here we go, Arangi's kicking off. Up they go. Nice high ball. Up they go. Arangi's come up with a ball. They've been brought down 20 metres out. Right in the centre of the field. Good position. They've gone to the right. I thought he was going to go for a field goal. Out, oh, put it down. Offside. That's what I mean about games being won on referees' decisions. He's let a lot of this offside go, and suddenly he's pinging them in the later stage of a game, and I don't like it. He does it all the game, I don't mind, but just to start pinging them at the end of a game, when you've let most of them go, it's not right. And I can guarantee you, Vega won't miss this one. Takes his time. 16-15. Up the flag goes. 19-15. So the Eels have got to score a try somehow. Been a hard scrap this game. And the Eels are not out of it. They just need a little bit of luck. They're all offside. Junior's offside by a mile. They've hit the ball back. Good football from Mararangi. They've come up with a ball. They got the ball back. Good solid tackle. Josh Caffrey's had a tremendous game today. Up it goes. Penalty. Penalty to Ararangi. Well, the sun's disappearing very quickly. The shadows are getting long. Somebody's turned the lights out. And they're going to shoot for goal. So if this goes the way it is going, Arangi will get away with this game. We're going to have the Panthers in front. And Arangi's won one game. And that's it. and the Eels have got their default win. So it'll be Panthers with Ararangi and the Eels in second spot. Vega had kicked this. He's a pretty reliable kicker, this boy. But I hope you can see it because it's getting dark. You know when it's dark, when the shadows are right across the field. No, he's missed it. It's gone dead. They've taken the ball 20 metres out. They're 40 metres out. Long pass out wide. The Eels Arangi scrapping for every ball here. Neither of these teams have got what I call game breakers, so it's just going to be a scrap right to the finish. The linesman's got his flag out. It's a penalty to the Eels. No good yelling out, mate. He's lost. Hey, Paul, give him the flag and you referee. Here comes Ararangi. Kick over the top. Oh, they grab for the ball. I think he's in front of the kicker. He's in front of a catcher and it should be offside. Eels ball is a kick. Over the top, they're going for the ball. It's a race for the ball. They knocked it on. Eels ball, they're over it. He's offside, he's come from the side, referee. Cheer on, but it never looked like going over. That's his fourth attempt at a drop goal and none of them are going close. The sun's gone down behind the palm trees, so we've got a bit better vision, but it's getting dark. We've got a drop out from the Eels. Blowing the whistle. We've got a lot of budding referees in the crowd and unfortunately I think they're right. Got a scrum going down on the 20-metre line. It's Arangi ball. Big push from the Bears. They're trying to send it try-wise. Out wide it comes, little kick over the top. He's been tripped over. The linesman's telling the ref that he's been knocked over without the ball. And you don't have to be a Philadelphia lawyer to understand that. The bloke was taken out after he kicked the ball, and it's got to be a penalty. That's a bad decision. Stephen, inside ball, good defence. If you like a good hard game with bad refereeing, this is your game. They're scrapping away in the middle. They're still going. Gosh, they're going to be some tired boys tomorrow. Out they go. Arangi's ball. The Eels have got him. Out wide to Arangi in the middle of the field. They're trying to hold him up. He's got to the ground. Out there. They're so far offside. He was obliged. He's still letting it go. Viga's running, he's running. Oh, been dropped. But where's the penalty advantage from the offside ref? Oh, we come back half an hour later, we come back for the penalty. Well, I'm afraid Awarangi's been the better team and the Eels have played well and the referee's been dreadful. And I'll get into all sorts of trouble, but a man's got to say what he says. And this referee's not up to the standard of our first grade games. He must need a couple of games in reserve grade to get himself sorted out. Made some terrible decisions. And even there's ladies on the sideline criticising what he's saying and doing, and they know the rules better than him. And that's not how it should be. And my manager upstairs, Dave's looking at me, but he knows what I'm saying is true. And that's over. That brings the score to 22 to 15. So it's a 7-point margin. So the Eels have got a score underneath the post to even up the game. So this is going to be a desperate few minutes to the end of the game, this one. And it's getting dark. They're all offside again. Junior's been 10 metres offside in every kick-off. There's a good kick. Oh. It's gone back. Here we go. You watch this, man. He'll run into him. Oh, he's run the ball. They know they've got a score. They're down the wing. They're over the halfway mark. It's been a good scrap, this one. The referee's got his arm out. The ball's going backwards and forwards. And it's gone out.
How many beers? He was good referee. After 10 beers. We are lost, mate.
Some of these ladies are the referee. They know the rule.